claim that our armed forces fight for freedom, democracy, or human rights. The reality is setting up thousands of checkpoints in the country that you have occupied, disrupting the lives of people, and then killing them. The idea of fighting for Queen and country is held tightly by those who never have and never will actually fight. It is held by those who have no experience of the suffering that war inflicts. And it is an idea held up by those who gain the most from war. Politicians, generals, the arms industry, and the media. We claim that our armed forces fight for freedom, democracy, or human rights. This is not the case. This force does not fight for Queen and country. It fights when it is told to fight. The reality is setting up thousands of checkpoints in the country that you have occupied, disrupting the lives of people, and then killing them when they approach too quickly or fail to stop in time. The reality is raiding people's houses, using explosives to gain entry into their homes, detaining previously unknown males, some as young as 15, and then handing them over to be tortured, leaving their families to fend for themselves, traumatised by your action. The reality is killing people from the safety of an attack helicopter or drone control room, as if you were playing a computer game, with no regard for the lives of the people who have been dehumanised. Haji, Raghead, Sand Nigger, Chogi, Arji, Paddy, Gook, Chink, Jap, Kraut, Hun, all terms used by our armed forces, a product of a society that still believes in its superiority over other peoples and cultures. The fact that it is our own policy that creates our enemy. They deny when we have been defeated to maintain support for current and future bloodletting. These people currently hold the noble position of backing a military junta in Mali against insurgents that they decided to arm in Libya. Before that, they celebrated the Arab Spring whilst turning a blind eye to Saudi Arabian aggression in Bahrain, where weapons that we supplied were used by our Saudi allies to kill civilians engaged in non-violent protest. They will argue that at the very least, we must be ready to defend this country, but they are talking about a hypothetical situation. The Taliban are not going to invade. The Chinese are not massing on the French coast. Truth is the first casualty of war. From positions of vested interest, they will try to convince you that fighting for your Queen and country is your highest duty. But what they are really calling for is a continuation of business as usual, fighting and killing in accordance with their policy, which is designed to fulfill their interests, their greed, their ambition.